Well, hey everybody, it's Giro Shen once more. I'm coming to you somewhat alive. I am in Starfield. This is the night before the big day where we're going to be seeing shattered space, and I wanted to do another ship video. So you may have seen I've done a couple of videos for cruisers. Well, I wanted to make one for HopeTech. Now this is kind of difficult because HopeTech doesn't lend itself to being a cruiser, but I made one anyway, and I called it the Redemption, or Redemption. And the reason I called it that is because nobody would consider Hope Tech to have a cruiser, a warship, and this is definitely a warship. So it comes with most of the stuff that I would normally expect from a warship. Here it is. It's armed with the Vanguard ballistic weapons and the PBO 175 um, auto particle beams, as well as three of the SE 59. Is that what they are? CE 59 missile launchers, two down here and one up top. So I built this based on the PCH. I really like the PCH. I think it's a good ship. I like the way it looks. And so I want to do something similar to the PCH. So as you can see, I do have, you can't see. Why can't you see my hull? Let's see. There we go. Now you can see. So my hull is about 1400, and remember I talked before about on a cruiser your hull has to be about 1500, right in that general vicinity. And this is just my opinion. You can do whatever you want, but that's what I was thinking. Now I have cargo. Any good ship captain knows you got to have cargo. You got to feed your crew, right? So I've got 2900 cargo. That's after my bonuses, and I have Sam on board, so we have quite a bit of cargo bonuses. I can have up to 10 crew. I got a 39 reactor. That's with Vasco, so it's 38 native. A jump range of 30 light years. Shield 2600. Again, after my bonuses and Vasco's bonuses. Particle weapons are the PBO 175, which are faster firing than the PBO 300, and so though the individual shot does less damage, I can fire more in the 10 seconds that is the fire rate. So if we're looking at fire rates on any of these weapons, it's how many times can you fire in 10 seconds. So with these ones, I believe they're 4.5, 6. The PBO 300s are 4. So it's a considerable difference. It does like 30 some points of damage per shot, but 4 times 30 is not as much as 6 times 25. So you can take that however you want, but I like those. I think they're the best outside of the Vanguard, which you need 6 of in order to really make them effective. I did the PBO 175s, which are B level, and these ballistic are A level. So, but you can see I got 2 tucked under here on weapon mounts. I did just push this row back one. I thought it looked better that way, so that's what I did. I do have a cargo bay and a battle bay in here. So there's quite a bit. We'll go look at it here in a little bit, but first I'm going to tear apart the layers so we can have a look-see. I got to go down there to the unit itself. This is my base, my Vessel 3 base. I'm pretty sure everybody, or most everybody, has a Vessel 3 base. They're pretty good bases, very sturdy, very good early on and easy to build, not expensive, and they can be quite profitable. So going into the shipbuilder now, We're going to start taking apart the layers. If I quit dragging, that helps. I get excited and I overstimulate the game. Okay, so here's the first row. We're going to take this and put it up and to the left. I'm going to put it pretty far out there because I need to get some other stuff in. I'm not real worried about putting it back together because I'm going to let the system put it back together. Here's the second row. Again, all I'm doing is pulling it apart right now. Oh, I forgot this on the first row. That came off of something. Ah, well. Now I got the wrong thing, so there we have it. Okay. Let's do undo. There we go. Let's get this out where it belongs. Where was this underneath there? So it was under that piece right there. That's where that connector goes. And this can be slightly tedious, but you know, in my opinion, this is all what you do when you're showing off your builds. So that's what we're doing. And then on the other side, I got this. On the other side, I got this and this. I'm going to leave these for the next layer, but we are going to take these bumpers. There we go. And we're going to pull that off. Push it straight forward. Now the next layer, I'm going to take the engines. And again, all the weaponry that's remaining, except for the stuff on the very inside, is going to go. I'm going to do this from the plates. And make sure we take those antennae. And we're going to pull that up and to the right. There we go. That's pretty close. And there is one more row to take off. I have to click, not drag, click, not drag. Drag this off to the side, exposing all the layers. Okay, now we'll start at the top. No, we'll start at the bottom and work our way up. Okay, so in the front, I've got the Hope 4 landing bay. That's the HopeTech landing bay. I actually think it's a pretty good landing bay. The thing I don't like about it is I call it the big mouth. And that's okay, you know, it's just the way it is. So I have, to the side of those, I have two of the 500T HE3 tanks. And then attached, I showed you the two CE-59 missile launchers that I had put on there before. And I have these landing gear here, which I think just fold up when you're flying, and that's good. And then I've got a HopeTech nose B, and then two storerooms. So remember, I have improved cargo bays. So there is cargo on all of the HopeTech storerooms, and this is one they really pumped cargo into. So it's 500 cargo each, which gives them a mass of 40, which is a pretty hefty mass. Then I slide over here to the next layer up, and of course I have 4 of these NG10 landing gears, 4 on each side. And my thought is HopeTech, I tried to make it all HopeTech, but I think Nova Galactic parts are readily available, and they are not a corporation that's in, there's no HopeTech showroom, there's no HopeTech manufacturing plant. They are just parts that are left over from when HopeTech was a going thing. So I have their landers, then I have the HopeTech mess hall 2x3, which gives me 3 passengers, and then I have a living quarters flanking the armory. So there's an armory which is directly above these storerooms, and then living area. So this bottom is kind of a crew area, pretty much. Now moving off to the right again, we have the next layer up. Now I have 3 of the most powerful engines in the game. These are the Poseidon DT 230 engines. These are 4 points apiece for power, max power, and they are the best, largest maneuvering thrust for those 3 engines that you can get. Really potent engines. I have more of the nose caps. And then moving forward of the nose caps, I have 2 engineering bays, 1 on each side, to service the engines, of course. Next to those, I have a computer core on the starboard side, and then on the port side, I have a 2x2 battle stations. Forward of that, I've got a 2x2 brig times 2. And you're thinking, what do you want that for? Well, it's a military vessel. You might need them. So if they had another 2x2 that I really liked, I'd probably use it. Then I have the RD3000 beta grav drive, which gives us 36 points of jump thrust, which is enough to get us to full 30. And then I have this HopeTech companionway, which can only be accessed from below, I believe. I believe that is accessed by this. If not, it's accessed from above, but we'll see. And then here across the front, yeah, I think it's accessed from above. I should make that a cargo, but I digress. I made it a companionway because I did have the cockpit directly above it for a while, but then I decided to move it back. So here in the other, the next layer up, we have, in the center, we have the Fusor DC 403 reactor. Now the reason I use this one is because it has connectors all the way around, including the back and the top. So I like that one for that reason. It's only a 38 instead of a 40, but I'll live with it. In the rear of the ship, I have 2 storerooms. That's another 1,000 cargo. And then an infirmary between the 2 living, those are living quarters? I got too many living quarters. Those need to be all-in-ones. I believe I thought I'd changed it to all-in-ones. That's what they are supposed to be. It gave me passenger slots, which was why I was deciding on it. I guess so did the all-in-ones. There we go. Back to all-in-ones, like they're supposed to be. So I got 2 all-in-ones, so those are the berthing quarters for the crew. And then forward to those, I've got a workshop and a science lab, and then 2 companionways in the center to make it up to the bridge. I'm also mounting 3 of the equipment plates in case I ever want to mount some guns there, but I didn't do that right now. But you could mount those and mount some stuff there. I'm going to put the comm spike and the conduction grid on here, which may go in those spots, but we'll see. And then I have the HopeTech bumper A4, three of those across there. So what I did was made bumpers to stick out beyond where these thrusters stuck out. So it's thrusters and bumpers. And then I have up on this side, I've got a PBO 175 on a horizontal weapon mount, matched on the other side, and then over here I've got the Vanguard Hellfire Autocan on the top side of the same kind of a weapon mount. And then, of course, you know, more, I think I mentioned those already. I'll shut up now. Okay, then the top, this is the part that HopeTech does, I think, pretty well. I like this arrangement here. And the only thing that's wrong with it is you only get on the corner pieces mounts for weapons. But you get this riser, the HopeTech Cap B mid-top, gives you a riser with a weapon mount on it, or with a mount on it. With this one, I had to put a equipment plate beneath it, as you have to have an equipment plate for mounting, and some of them haven't built in. And then I'm using the Overseer 400 bridge. That's the second biggest bridge that HopeTech has. 340 from a cargo perspective, 340 cargo. And I am echoing, am I not? I am. Oh well. So this is my ship. Let me fix that real quick. Too little, too late, I'm sure. Oh, wrong button. Sorry, I usually uncheck this box, and that is what causes the echo. Basically, it shows in my ear because I have a hearing problem, so it helps me to be able to hear stuff. And that's what I have. And I'm also using the Bulwark Shield generator, the Vanguard Bulwark Shield, and then the rest of the Hellfire autocannons are up here. So we've got two on each of the top three layers. And I also have a couple of these that are just for dressing. The HopeTech, not the engineering bay, the tech marker, the markers. And that's it. When I put it back together, that's how it looks. Kind of layered. If it was totally PCH-like, these would stick out halfway, but I didn't, I'd put a row of these on the side. But I didn't do that because I wanted weapon mounts, and you can only mount weapons on the side of, you can't mount weapons on the side of this. So that's what I did. And that's how she looks. I haven't got a single cargo bay in sight. I am using the, I am using the cargo halves for my cargo. And you can see I've got about 2320, so it's the bridge plus the 4 cargo storage. So that's what it is. It's a little short, in my opinion. I mean, I think it could be an extra, probably, out to about 32, 34 feet. But I had it pretty packed in there, and HopeTech doesn't have any, like, bulkhead pieces. The best they have, the best they have is tubes, like pipes and stuff, and those look great on some things. I thought about a pipe arrangement here, just like an upper pipe, but I decided against it. But that might be something that I could do, put take this off and put like a riser here. So in the structure, we got HopeTech, riser B, and then we have like that. Put another one up front. Kind of bumping into something there. I'd have to grab this. I could put them there though. Put this up there. See, I don't know what purpose these things would serve, but we could put them there just for the HopeTech, aesthetic. And, and that would be, sorry, pushed the wrong button.
Did you say something?
No, I'm recording.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry, that was my Discord talk, push to talk. Anyway, I could put that in there, but I decided to just stick with a cleaner line. So let's cancel that. There we go. But, I could put that in there, like I said, or I could just put the line of pipes in there. But, yeah, I think it looks good. So I named it Redemption. That's antonym for hopeless. So, or hopelessness. I thought about using a Taio piece, a scanner, which I really like, but again, I didn't think it's a HopeTech ship. Mostly HopeTech with some extra from, and it's just landing gear from Nova Galactic. So there she is. Hopefully you enjoy that. It was a fun ship to build. Costs a lot of money though. I think it was like 4 million credits. So it's not cheap to build, but it's a cruiser. I'm thinking here's HopeTech trying to break into the cruiser market. So that's what we have here. So enjoy the build and like, comment, subscribe, whatever, all that jazz that people always say to do. Not necessary. By no means ever. I'm going to keep doing this no matter what for a while anyway. So be excellent to one another and peace out.